Hi, Hailey.
Hi.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. Welcome to the best icebreaker for meeting in person in the first time, even though we've talked a lot and you've been obviously working with us more and more. I am super happy to have you here on Get Up Close. So thank you for being here.
Very excited to be here, and I'm really glad to talk with you today. Okay, well, I feel like, so I have this whole sexual porn side to myself, but I did go to school for biology. So I have a biology degree, and that's my kind of real passion, quote unquote real passion. I love ecology, I love evolution, and so I'm just a big nerd, really. Well, I was kind of in the generation where Tumblr was my main exposure to porn. I feel like that's probably where I first started seeing it or looking at it. But it was all super kinky stuff. It was bondage, dominating stuff, daddy dom little girl things. And I was like, is this what sex is for most people? I was like, okay, I guess sex isn't cool or exciting unless it's kinky. Mm-hmm. And so that kind of got instilled in me from that. But as I've grown and developed as an adult, I'm okay, we don't always need the bondage. We don't always need the whips and the ties and whatever. It's I have a lot more fun having sex just naturally in my own way than what I thought sex was. You know, recently a guy asked me this question. He was like, how do men compete with toys in the bedroom? And I was like, okay, let's reel it back, because that is the complete wrong way to look at it. And I feel a lot of men kind of maybe feel this way, where their partner or women will orgasm more from vibrators or toys and whatever, and maybe they feel a little bit intimidated by that. But I think the perspective they should have is that if a man came into my room and he was like, what toy do you like? Let me use it on you. That's amazing. I'm let's hook up every day. If you're open and confident enough to let the toys be a part of us interacting together, that's really something that can take sex to the next level. And I think a lot of people feel maybe emasculated or some type of way about that. But I think if you can be confident enough to just integrate it and be yes, I want to make you come any way that you like, I feel that's something that really needs to be happening more in the bedroom. Well, it actually all kind of started when I met my husband, Max Fills. And we started dating, but we didn't want to be monogamous, and we wanted to still see other people. So we got the idea of swinging and playing with other couples and things. So we just go on Tinder and whatever the dating sites and find other couples to play with. And we would they'd become our friends. So I was sending nudes to these people. I was sending sex clips and nudes and all these things to my friends, and they were all, I got great feedback on those. So I was you know what, maybe this can move into the OnlyFans space, because at the time also I hated my job. I already quit. I needed something to do. And so I was I already have some nudes and videos. I was just I don't know, let's just dive into OnlyFans. Mm-hmm. I was ready to go. So I started a couple account with Max, and it's just grown from there. And then I was doing OnlyFans for about a year before I was offered to do a scene for Brazzers. And so that was my first professional scene about a year ago, actually. Mm-hmm. And now I've been shooting a few times a month for about a year, and I absolutely love it. I love being on set. I love being able to show off my sexuality and really embody my sexual self. It's just been a blessing, honestly. Yeah. There was one time, so this was back in college. I had my own dorm room at the time. I was lucky enough to get a single room, so I could kind of just bring dudes back whenever. And this was actually on Halloween. One of my friends brought their friend over to party with us, and he was a Marine. And so I was oh, okay. I don't know, he was well built, and I was okay. So
he was a Marine.
Yeah, we were flirting and everything. And so we go back to my room to fuck. And so I kind of had my bed set up right against my dresser, and college me, I had left a bowl of cereal on the top of my dresser. I think you see where this is going. But so he's fucking me like really hard on the bed, and like the dresser is like shaking, and then it's shaking, and the bowl of cereal literally falls right onto my face. The dresser like fell the other way. All my clothes fell out, and I'm like soaked in milk. And I was like, you gotta keep fucking me. I'm like, we can't. I'm like, this is so like random, but like so hot. I'm like, yes, destroy my bedroom, like ruin my sheets, like let's get messy.
What kind of cereal was it? That's what we all want to know.
I think it was Fruit Loops.
Okay, good.
It was Fruit Loops.
I was hoping that. That's what I pictured in my mind.
Yeah. I think maybe like don't rush it. Maybe like find something that works for you that you like and start there, and it'll open more doors. Like when I started the OnlyFans, I never thought I would be like sitting here, but I was just like, okay, like let's start, like just start with something, and then it'll like snowball really easily. So yeah, I think, and the other thing I like to say is that you don't have to do anything that you think a porn star should do. Like I always thought that like I had to do anal, and that like I had to do this and that and that. But like it's really more about if you do the things you like and make content you're happy with and you share that, A, people will see that and they like to see people enjoying their content. And B, you'll attract the fans for the niche you're making. Like you don't have to do like the most popular things. You just have to do your thing and do it well.
Amen to that.
Like they say, build it and they will come.
Yes, that is right.
Yes.
Well, Hailey, you've certainly been building.